Alright guys, today we have a 2005 Lexus RX330 here, 3.3 liter. It's got 229,000 miles on this engine. Pulled the Carfax history, and it looks like in 2014 at 70,000 miles this vehicle had the timing belt done, but since then it has not been done. And when you peek in here, let me see if I can. At the belt, you can see how cracked up that belt is inside there. Yeah, this belt is going to have to be changed. So the belt has to be changed. That's one thing. And then when this vehicle came in here, it had all kind of suspension clanking problems. Let me get this vehicle inside and get it on a lift and show you what we've done so far and what we still have to do. It's been a process of elimination type thing, just for the simple fact that there's so many areas that are wore out that you just can't determine where the sound is coming from, so you have to start fixing one thing after another. And the customer's already given us the permission to do the rear sway bar links, the front sway bar links, the middle sway bar bushings, the ball joint on this side, and still there's tapping coming. It's more distinct now. All the little taps are gone. Now it's the big taps, all coming from the strut mounts. All four struts are making noise over bumps. And that's the next thing. With 229,000 miles on it, I don't want to leave the struts on there and just replace the mount only. At this point, you may as well just replace the whole entire strut. So before we go in, we have new front sway bar center bushings, links, driver's side ball joint. We have new rear links, and let's go take it. All those noises are gone. The little taps that were there, but you'll hear the bigger taps that are still there. Also, what we did on this engine before we pull out of here is we pulled apart the top end of the engine, and we resealed the valve covers, front and back. The whole intake manifold had to come off. The whole cowl assembly had to come off with the wiper blades and stuff. And yeah, that was a huge job. And we did everything. We did the front sway bar bushings, the front sway bar links, the rear sway bar links, the lower ball joint on the driver's side. Pulled all that stuff off of the engine to reseal the valve covers, and we're at about 1450 with front brakes. So we gave a pretty good deal on that, because that could have been substantially more. Now let's listen for the rest of the tapping that's coming from the suspension. The first one right here you can hear, if you listen. That's the front strut doing that. I don't know if you can pick that up in video, but let's go down here. Alright, this road is really rough. You'll hear it on this road. Yeah, see, it's really bad. And that's all strut mounts in the rear and some in the front. Really bad. And the front control arm bushings are they're wore out. You can see the metal in the inside sleeve. Yeah, see, that's all strut related right there. It's bad. It needs to be done. Even just pulling in the drive just now. Well, listen. Just boom, boom, clatter it like the mounts are just done. Let's see if I can get in here. Let's see if I can get in here and show you guys. There's the new sway bar link that we put on there. There's the new bushing. You can see right where that black bar turns into the bushing. So we put the new bushing on there. Hey, let me turn the wheel. And there's the new lower ball joint that was installed. On this side here, you can see we put the brand new sway bar link in there, and we also put a new bushing in there for the sway bar. We use Moog. If I go to the back, you can see there's a new sway bar link here on this side. That was wore out. And also on this side over here is a brand new one. Because that one, they were making noise. And if you look at these bushings in the rear, where the rear end mounts, you can see how cracked these bushings are. The control arms in the front are like 10 times worse than this, and you can see the metal sleeve in the center of them. They're no good. So the next step is going to be all the struts and the rear lower control arms, and then we're going to have to do the timing belt as well. Normally that job is probably like $1,400 bucks. We do a lot of these jobs. We can get it done for like $800 and just, it's a deal. At that point, it's $400 or $500 discount compared to what we could charge plus, you know. Anyhow, that's the update on the Lexus RX330 and video for the customer, so you can see what's been done and what we need to do moving forward. All those little taps and stuff are all gone. Now it's the more major strut mount taps that are causing the problem while you're driving, and it's 229,000 miles. It needs to be done anyway. So thanks for understanding, guys. Be blessed, and I hope this finds the customer well, so they can make an informed decision on how they want to move forward. What a strut mount is I can show you real quick. The strut mounts will sit, let me see if I can, normally these just pop off. Oh, sorry. The strut mount sits in here underneath this assembly. You see there's a screw there, screw over there, and then there's a plastic cap right here in the center. What that is that's the point goes up where the strut goes in there, and because it's a Lexus, they don't use shocks. They use struts in the rear as a higher end vehicle. Here's the strut. And it's just old. It's old and wore out. And every time you hit a bump, this thing is clattering. We found something while we were doing the inspection. Go ahead and do it. Tap, tap, tap. Now watch. Stop. The whole bushing is moving back and forth right here in this lower arm. The problem is this bushing right here, this bushing comes inside this knuckle. And we have to replace this whole entire knuckle assembly just for this bushing. Yeah. So on this Toyota, I came to a stop earlier because when I was inspecting it and videoing with you guys, I thought about it and I was like, huh. So the suspension on this Toyota, when it's in the air, those toe links really get pulled when the strut starts to push down on that lower control arm. And because of the weight of it and stuff, it tightens up those toe links if there's any kind of play. We might not see it. So that's why I grabbed that spring and I started shaking the whole vehicle from side to side, and I heard pop, 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 and I was like, oh crap. So we don't just have a strut problem, we have a bushing problem in the rear toe links. And on those Toyota and Lexus SUVs where they have struts all the way around, to check the toe links front and back, if you have the vehicle sitting on all four tires and then grab the back of the vehicle, a corner, something, the spring, and start shaking the vehicle from side to side, the bushings then will sit in their relaxed position and you can see if they're wore out moving. And sure enough, the one rear toe link, the bushing started popping back and forth. Well, that bushing is made inside that knuckle, and that knuckle is about $800 to order. But there's an aftermarket company that makes an actual bushing kit. So what you do is you cut the old bushing out of the knuckle, you clean out the hole and stuff like that, and then you put the new polyurethane bushing in there with the sleeve, and then you bolt the control or the toe link back on, and then you don't have to replace the whole $800 knuckle. And I think a pack of them is like $30 for both sides. They give you a joint for both sides, or two on one side, two on the other side, just however you order it. So we ordered a pack of them, and all the struts are here, all the control arms are here, a pack of those bushings are here, and we'll be able to start on the vehicle. I'm hoping tomorrow somebody will be working on it, if not Monday for sure. It's a big project. It's turned into quite an expensive project overall, to be honest with you, but the vehicle runs extremely well. The valve covers, both front and back, needed to be resealed. That was a huge job. The ball joint on the driver's side lower, which I showed you in the video, that was not a huge job, but it was very important to get it done. And then, you know, the rear sway bar links, the front sway bar links, the front sway bar bushings in the center. You know, there's quite a bit of work put into it. Front brakes. So, and now we're going to have to do struts all the way around and lower control arms in the front, as well as the bushings for the toe links in the back. And then we're going to actually throw a timing belt kit in it as well, because it's got, you know, 150,000 or 160,000 miles on the timing belt that was replaced 10 years ago at 70,000 miles. So yeah, we will be addressing that on tomorrow or Monday, and I'll have some more video for you guys. I appreciate y'all. If you're gonna ask what this bill is gonna run, this bill is probably gonna be somewhere around $4,800 to $5,000, somewhere around there, with the timing belt, the valve covers, the control arms, the struts all the way around. I mean, it's gonna be an expensive job. Unfortunately, this is the reality of it. This is just what it is. It's a vehicle from 2005. And all these vehicles out here on the road, brand new ones, are having tons of issues that people are having. So, you know, what do? Put yourself in debt, spending $40,000, $50,000 on a new vehicle plus? Or you just spend the $5,000 to have the vehicle that you already know runs like a top, and get it all refurbished and put back, and then drive it for another 10 years before you have another problem. Especially being a Lexus. And it rides really well. So it's got plenty of power, and the vehicle is just a very, very nice vehicle. That's the initial consensus and review and initial work on the 2005 Lexus RX330. Thanks, guys. Be blessed.